This is why you should never trust a pair of twins. In 2008, Swedish identical twins Ursula and Sabina Eriksson suddenly sprinted into oncoming traffic on the M6 motorway in London. Ursula was struck by a truck and Sabina by a car, yet both miraculously survived. But as paramedics tended to them, they both violently resisted help, with Sabina screaming, "They're going to steal your organs." She then punched a baffled officer and tried to run into traffic again. Ursula was hospitalized, but Sabina was released the next day despite continued erratic behavior. Just hours later, Sabina encountered a man who kindly offered food and a place to stay, only for Sabina to stab him to death the next day before jumping off a bridge while fleeing from police. Despite fracturing her skull, she survived yet again and was later sentenced to 5 years for manslaughter. There was no evidence that drugs or alcohol was involved in their sudden strange behavior, as the incidents have been chalked up to an episode of shared psychosis. Morbid Facts, Part 226. On a hot summer day in 1973, legendary actor Bruce Lee died of a swollen brain at the age of 33, but it remains unclear as to what actually caused the swelling. Theories have ranged from his prescription medication to low blood sodium, but a more recent theory suggests that the brain swelling was caused by heat stroke while Lee was practicing in hot temps. This is supported by the fact that Bruce had the sweat glands of his armpits removed 1 year prior so that he wouldn't have sweaty pits on screen. This may have caused his body to overheat and for his brain to swell to 13% its normal size. A British teenager went blind after maintaining a horrendous diet for several years, which consisted only of French fries, Pringles, white bread, and the occasional slice of ham. When the Nazis invaded Leningrad in 1941, a group of devoted Russian botanists locked themselves inside of a seed bank. Instead of consuming the large collection of seeds they were guarding in case of an apocalypse, the 9 men instead agreed to starve themselves in order to save the seeds for science. Morbid Facts, Part 267. Last December, 45-year-old Amanda Richmond Rogers jumped into a freezing Alaska river to rescue her dog Groot after he fell in. Sadly, she never resurfaced from the water, and rescuers were unable to find her despite an extensive search. 4 months after she went missing, her body was finally found, still clutching the dog she was trying to save. This 1997 photo of a Texas tornado is often referred to as the dead man walking, in reference to a chilling Native American myth about how such a sight meant imminent death. This tornado went on to kill 27 people, reportedly leaving the dead mangled and unrecognizable. This photo shows 2 elephants embracing each other one last time before being taken away from each other for a lifetime of serving man. In 2005, a neuroscientist studying the brains of psychopathic killers scanned his own brain as the control, only to discover that he himself was actually a psychopath. When he told friends and family, the universal response was, "That explains a lot."